Hello, and welcome to the directional video for Master Course Outlines. This video is going to cover directions and frequently asked questions with regards to Master Course Outlines. It's also going to help guide you through previous examples and some things you would want to keep in mind as you either tweak or create your own. The purpose of a Master Course Outline is to present the course description, learning objectives, and relevant materials or topics as they pertain to each of our courses, both program and general education. Master Course Outlines provide a snapshot of each course's core focuses, make matters like assessment, course comparison with other institutions, and setting expectations that much more streamlined. Now, in terms of relevant materials that you will need to complete this process, you primarily need the Master Course Outline template, which will come to you in the form of a Word document. That Word document will look like this. Our directions document has a screenshot of what this looks like, but I figured it would be good to go ahead and just talk about the actual template itself, which can be provided to you by your chair or dean. You're going to start with your course name. Let's say that your course is English 101. We're going to say English 101 Written Communication, right? Written Communication 1 in particular. You're going to follow that up with your course description. You are not tasked with writing your own course description. You're just going to use the course description language that is provided in your syllabus for that course. So whatever you have written in your most up-to-date syllabus, that is your course description. You can just carry it over into this document here. Next, you're going to provide your course learning objectives. Again, these should be listed in your syllabus. So for English 101, we have about 6 outcomes. I would provide those outcomes that are listed on my syllabus and bring them here to this document. Number 1 being able to develop thesis statements with logical supporting details, being able to format documents correctly, being able to interpret different kinds of sources. That's the stuff that we're focusing on. Not your program level outcomes, but the course level outcomes, what the specific outcomes that will be measured or met rather in that course. And then you're going to follow it up with a course material outline or the general topics that are covered. This does not mean readings or the weeks in which things are covered. It really does just mean an outline of the topics that are going to be discussed. You do not have to provide any supplemental information, anything that might date the document. You really just want to hit the main strides of that course. So in thinking about our directions here, I do have some kind of step-by-step suggestions to make sure that you're able to do this as quickly and efficiently as possible, and so that hopefully there are less questions. But by any means, if you do have questions, or by all means rather, you can contact your chair or your dean, or I, Morgan Byrne. Hi, my email is byrne@mctc.edu. You're more than welcome to shoot me an email too. So your directions are as follows. Number 1, make sure to review example master course outlines before composing a new one. It's imperative that these documents remain consistent in tone, length, and accessible language. Accessible language meaning that anybody reading it should be able to understand what's going on. You want to limit, just like you would in a syllabus, any jargon that you're using to make sure that anybody, let's say a prospective student, is looking to check out the master course outline. They need to be able to understand at least the broad strokes of what's being discussed here. So we really want that language to be as accessible as possible. Make sure to provide your description as it is written in the syllabus. Provide the course learning objectives as they are written in the syllabus, and then provide an outline of the content areas or topics covered in that course. As you write this outline, remember to refrain from including dates, specific readings, or any other materials that may be subject to change from semester to semester. Focus only on the main ideas. So, for example, a history course might have topics like Indigenous America, British and French colonization, or the early republic. It would not have specific dates, readings, or names unless associated with that broad topic. And we're actually going to see one of the history examples in a moment because it's really good. You want to save your master course outline using the following naming convention. You are going to use whatever the alpha designator or course abbreviation and number are for your course. So for instance, English 101 would be ENL 101, or for ASL 101, it would be ASL 101, and you're going to include a hyphen in the word outline. So not writing all of master course outlines, it's just outline. English 101 outline, ASL 101 outline, etc. And then you're going to email that document, once you're sure you know where it's saved, to your chair and or dean. If a deadline has been established by your chair or dean, please make sure you meet that deadline. So before we start talking about FAQs and things of that nature, let's look at some solid examples. Here is our first one, and I'll make it bigger. This is from IT 101, Fundamentals of Computers. And our course description, again, is straight from the syllabus. So IT 101, Fundamentals of Computers, 3 credits. This course is designed as an introductory computer literacy course designed to enable the student to understand the terminology, applications, processes, and effects of computers in the environments in which they are utilized. So taking it right from that syllabus. The course learning objectives are as follows. And then finally, we have a material outline. So computer concepts and what that might include, Word 2021 and Word 365, Excel, and PowerPoint, and all of the things that would ultimately exist under those umbrellas. Again, we don't see any specific readings, no dates, no names, just the broad strokes of things that are absolutely going to be covered in that course. You can see the same thing in this history example. So, U.S. history to 1877. Our course description is this analytical survey course examines the social, cultural, economic, and political developments of the United States history from approximately 1492 to 1877. Our course learning outcomes are taken directly from our syllabus. And then our course topics like Spanish colonization, colonial society, the American Revolution, the early republic, the market revolution, etc. Again, broad strokes, not readings, names, pages, etc. Really just focusing on the highlights, the big important subject matters that you are for sure to discuss in your course. Once you are ready to submit it, make sure that it's only 1 page in length. It really doesn't need to be any longer than that unless, there is a comment here, there is a caveat, unless an accrediting body assigns a number of outcomes that exceed this length. If you are looking at your course outcomes and you think, I have 100 of them, list all of them, that's fine. But if you only have 6, 7 outcomes, your outline ultimately really doesn't need to exceed 1 page, maybe a page and a half. So make sure that you are not adding too much, anything that could be superfluous in nature. Calibri font is great, but so is Times New Roman, as long as it's readable, but try to limit it to one of those 2 options. Make sure your language is accessible, meaning the language would be easily understood by a student or non-expert in that field. And then, if a deadline is provided, it's submitted by that deadline. Finally, let's talk FAQs. So how often would a master course outline need to be updated? In the event of an outcome revision or course outline overhaul, the master course outline would be updated. Can a master course outline present the same information in a different format? I would rather you didn't. Very similar to the program alignment maps, these really need to look the same. Please make sure that you are using that provided template. How often will these be reviewed? Similar to those program alignment maps, master course outlines are going to be reviewed on a yearly basis. And then, to whom should I speak if I have questions about my master course outline? First, you want to speak with your chair, or your dean in the event that you don't have a chair. If the issue cannot be resolved, you may ask your dean, again, if you have not done so already. Finally, our director of assessment and accreditation, or if you cannot locate them, talking to a member of the assessment committee would be able to help you. Again, my name is Morgan Byrne, last name Byrne. My email is byrne@mctc.edu, so I'm also more than happy to answer your questions if you have any. So with that being said, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to going through your master course outlines or answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much, and have a great day.